Good afternoon. Welcome to the Spring Clean Your Business. Today we have Zipho and Mulalo, and my name is Nonohlanhla Nxele. Probably just to do a quick intro about myself. I'm a certified financial planner. I've been in the industry for over 16 years, and I'm a founder and CEO of Esteemed Financial Solutions. And today we have Zipho, who will be interviewing our CEO from Empowered X. That's a beautiful name. So just to give a bit of a background about Zipho. Zipho has over 8 years of experience in the industry. He has started his career as a paraplanner intern, and he has never looked back since. He is a wealth manager that is passionate about people and wealth creation. He holds a BCom Finance and BCom Honors in Financial Planning from the University of Johannesburg, which we call it UJ. He's also a member of the Financial Planning Institute of South Africa. And coming to our lovely, lovely CEO, this lady we call her a game changer. That's what I always say about her. We have Mulalo. She's a certified financial planner by profession, with over 10 years of experience in the financial service industry. She holds a BCom Financial Accounting degree from UCT and a postgraduate diploma in financial planning from Melpark Education. She is the founder and the CEO of Empowered X Advisory Services, an authorized financial service provider on a mission of taking financial literacy education to communities. Engaged with the community, Mulalo always run Empowered Women, a registered non-profit organization working for the rights and empowering of women. They do this through Empowered Women Book Club. So welcome today, Mulalo. Welcome, Zipho. Thank you so much for making the time for this session, which we call it the Spring Clean Your Business. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Noni. And thanks, Malala, for joining us. Maybe to kickstart the conversation, you can maybe tell us about yourself and what inspired the journey to self-employment.
Thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this session. As introduced, I'm Mulalo Nemataheni from Muraga Village in Thohoyandou, Limpopo Province, and I run Empower X Advisory Services and Empowered Women Book Club. So what inspired me to do this work is my experience in the industry has been in the banking space. And when you are in business banking, private banking, and also financial planning, you get to witness the mistakes that people make with their finances. And sometimes your scorecard does not allow you to tell them to get out. So for me, what I did was to choose to do this kind of work from the other side to say, how do we better allow people to manage their finances without those constraints, and also being limited in terms of what you can tell them and how you can provide the guidance in the financial journey. That was what has inspired me. So it's all about empowering communities so that they can be able to make better financial decisions. And the most important thing is being part of that community and doing the work together. Thank you.
Sure. Sounds like you're making a positive impact. Thank you for that. I mean, considering now that you're running your own practice, you do everything yourself. So what's the best and the worst part of your job?
The best part
and why?
The best part is connecting with people, because financial planning goes beyond just the spreadsheet and the numbers. You get to know about what's going on in people's lives, and you're there to say, how does this affect your balance sheet? And are some of the decisions necessary for us to do? So being able to say, let's walk this journey together. So that's the best part about my work. And then the worst part is when you see a need and there's something that needs to be done, but there's not enough resources to be able to go to those spaces. Because for me, with my work, it's all about working within communities, going to spaces where people don't want to go. But sometimes with limited resources, it's impossible to be able to do all that work. That's why we always say, with enough resources, with money, we can do so much more. And maybe just to add while I'm there, we make it practical. This is a money box, And with this, we're just saying each and every household, we would want this to be a household brand where taking care of your finances and saving money, it's something that we start with from our children and also go forward and do financial literacy and be comfortable about talking about money, even with our own children. So that's what I do.
Sure. I wish I was exposed to such, I mean, from a young age. But I mean, you're actually doing an amazing job. I mean, in terms of like running your own practice, what lessons have you learned so far? I mean, I would imagine there's been lessons learned along your journey. So what would you say those are?
I would say the best lesson that I learned was to take it one step at a time. I think we've built the EmpowerX brand in such a way that some people just think we operate from Joburg, Kante. We are based in a village in Thohoyandou. And that has allowed people to have different expectations about where we're supposed to be as a business. Some people think they will bump into officers written EmpowerX, and then they come to us, and then we're a team of 3, and then we're making it work each and every single day. So for me, I would say not falling prey to that expectations and doing what we want to do at our own pace, not as how people would expect you to run this particular business. And it's been a journey, both exciting, scary at times, and sometimes I'm just like, this is what we are about. We are about taking financial literacy to the communities. And when you hear the stories, the impact, the changes people make, you want to do this for the rest of your life.
Sure. Amazing. And I mean, what would you say are the biggest mistakes that you see some financial advisors make out there?
I would
if
say,
any.
For financial advisors, I would say it's all about us choosing to just focus on the spreadsheets, plan for the money, and forgetting the person that is there. Because when you're a financial planner, you become part of their life, you become part of their journey. And sometimes we think an hour is all we have with a client. Sometimes some relationship wants so much more, and being able to provide that and being part of their journey makes this easier. So that's what I would say. Those are some of the mistakes that planners make. They plan for the money and not for the people.
Yeah. I mean, Noni, you've been in the industry as well. Would you like to add anything on your side? I'm sure you've seen a couple.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Zipho. Really, like I would really confirm what Mulalo said, to say it's really important to put the people first. Anything else follows. And sometimes people come in with the negative, well, I'll put it a negative mindset to say, I'm here to make money, and not putting people first. So as soon as you change your mindset to say, I'm here to help people, the money will follow. And that's what has kept us going. And I think that's one thing that keeps us going, our passion for the industry, for the passion of wanting to help people at all times, and not what is coming in the pockets.
Yeah, amazing. And Lala, how do you incorporate technology in your practice? If so, how do you do it?
Yes, we do incorporate technology. Technology allows us to do things better. Like now, when we in this session, someone can be reaching out and saying, hey, I would like to set up an appointment. But starting from the first point of contact, like our website, empowerx.co.za, when they go there, the technology allows that person to set up an appointment, be able to see the availability on the calendar, they get the confirmation, they get the link. So that makes that process of engagement much easier. And then when we go further, there is financial planning tools, financial needs analysis, and client relationship management, where you're able to keep track of what's happening with clients, because sometimes you end up engaging with so many people and then you don't know where's this person that wants this for their child. But when you have that engagement, you can just go put your notes and say, this is in relation to this particular client. So technology does come in very handy. It helps with the professionalism. There's so much technology available out there. Some of them we're still trying out. And I think that's what brings the fun to the process, to say there's better ways of doing those things. And then being young in this industry makes it easier for us to tap into those spaces, check it out, and also being comfortable to say, we won't break it. And even if we break it, they will fix it. So, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like technology has contributed quite a lot in your success and in your practice. And then in terms of like just partnering, I mean, with business partners or hiring staff, what do you look for, ensuring that your business is set up to succeed?
I think with that, it's all about understanding what their vision and values are, and if they are in line with what we believe in as an organization, because there's so many people offering the same thing, but the way they bring it across and how the service comes through, that makes it different. So for me, I went through that whirlwind. I think I'm still in it, where you are still choosing who is the perfect for the goal that you want to push across. And I think being able to communicate that, maybe just to tap back also to the previous question, to say, even using technology to share about the work that we do, you've got people that say, we truly relate to what you're doing. How can we partner? How can we support your initiatives? We want to do more. So those are the spaces that we find ourselves in. And in terms of selecting partners, it's more of, do they align with where we're going, and do they see the future the way that we see it?
And Noni, yourself, would you add anything on your end?
Yeah, I would probably look at into more of the support team that you would want to have in the business to really grow the brand, is to find the right people that understand the vision and the mission that you have. Sometimes people come into the business with their own way of doing things, and it becomes very difficult for them to adapt to what the mission the mission and the vision of this business is about, and which end up becoming a bit of a challenge for you as the CEO or the principal of the practice, because now you're trying to steer the ship to this direction, and this person is coming with their own mindset and saying, I'm here to make money, you are just my stepping stone, just chill there. And you're like, no, I want to grow you, I want to develop you, so I always say young professionals must come in with open mind, and having the platforms are there. We are there as small FSPs, where you actually get the opportunity to grow even better, versus to when big corporate, when you get absorbed and you don't even get opportunity to really grow. So take the opportunity. And again, it's another conversation we can have for another day when it comes to salaries, because young professionals get the mindset of saying, just because corporate can pay me 35,000 Rand, I expect Empowered X to pay me 35,000 Rand. Where does Empowered X get 35,000 Rand to pay you, right? But you are actually in a better position to sit with Empowered X to empower you and equip you with the right tools, with the right skills for you to be able to stand at the end of the day.
Yeah, sure. That's very insightful. And then Lalo, do you think there's any value in hiring paraplanners? I mean, there's always been that debate in that industry, like, is there a place for paraplanners? Is there any value? What's your take on it?
Yes, definitely. There is value in having someone join you as a paraplanner, because even the role itself, it allows for someone who is willing to learn and also be part of this journey. And having someone work with you makes things easier, because you get someone to bounce ideas with. And then in our space, there's a lot of things that are happening, and then you can't be in all of them at the same time. But now you get an opportunity to empower someone to be able to step into that space. And I was just talking about it the other day, to say, in your team, you don't want someone who will come back to the training and you ask them, how did it go? And then they say it went well. So now you want someone that's going to expand more in terms of what they've learned. And having someone come in as a paraplanner, they need to have a goal in terms of where they want to go. I know there's paraplanners that want to be paraplanners for the rest of their lives, and there's paraplanners that take that as a role to say, let me do this with a financial planner so that I can grow into the role. So you need to understand, what does this person want? Do they want to stay as a paraplanner and play the role of support? Because we need those people. It's not to say we don't need paraplanners, we just need a financial planner. So I think it's a great space to have someone be introduced into the business. They get to learn and they get to express their ideas and also suggest how we can do things better.
Yeah. It sounds like Nonohlanhla as well agrees with you. I don't know if she wants to add it.
100%, because I'm in the same space where I'm definitely mentoring quite a few young professionals who are currently in a paraplanner role. Some of them that I have employed myself. Currently, I'm also running a project that I will be hosting soon with the partnership of UJ, where we want to get young people to say, when you come out of the varsity life, go into the paraplanner role, because the paraplanner role gives you exposure to the holistic financial planning before you get to your space of you being a financial planner. Because there's also that mentality of saying, because now I've got honors, I've got degree, now I can just go straight and be a financial planner. But the paraplanner role gives you the opportunity to even understand the admin behind you being a financial planner, so that by the time you become a financial planner, you are fully equipped to be able to deliver the results that you want to see in your journey. And not just only maybe paraplan, not just only being a financial planner, even just becoming a practice manager, because you get much too involved in the business as well.
Yeah. And then, Lalo, if you had the opportunity to do this again, would you? If yes, what would you do differently? I mean,
yes, I'll do it again. And what I'll do differently is like how I'm doing now, just to take it one step at a time, and also get someone within the industry right from the start as a mentor and someone to learn from, because there's people that have walked this journey before. There's people that tried it out and then they ran away. There's people that tried it out and stayed. So it's better to learn from both in terms of what they did, what didn't work, so that we can do it better going forward. So I think also expanding my network and also ensuring that I'm part of the Financial Planning Institute, because being part of this network, you get to connect with people in such a level that they could just say, how's it going in your practice? If you need any assistance, you know that I'm available. You can always reach out. And when people say that in our industry, they really mean it, because the bigger goal, the bigger picture is to move our people from one level of their finances to another. So you're getting someone who's saying, I understand the vision, I know what you're trying to do, and then this is how you can do it better. I've stepped here, don't step here, so that we can move quicker and then get our people to be financially free.
And then, so how would you say how do you do it in terms of like running your own practice? Because you're basically wearing two hats. You run your own practice at the same time you are client facing, you're trying to meet client deadlines or meet their expectations. How do you manage both and wear both hats and be able to run a successful business, but being able to also service your clients quite well?
I think with us, the most important thing is having a support structure. I work with Zipho Dlamini. She's amazing. And I know that even when I'm here, if something comes up, I can just say, here's something that needs to be done. And then she will attend to it, and then we'll keep on moving. So how we do our financial planning, it's quite different, because obviously putting the client first and also being able to understand what their needs are before we put in the technical aspect of it. But I would say getting support, it's very critical. And to what we were saying earlier, sometimes you need someone who's willing to grow with you, but when the time arrives, when they need to step somewhere else, or they need exposure of corporate, you need to let them go. So that's what's going to be happening in the next few months, and then she's going to step into corporate. But what I love about the support or working with someone, you've got someone that's saying, we're doing this and we understand why we're doing this. Yes, I might be going out there to get the experience that I need, but the main goal is I'll always come back because this is what we need. This is what our people need. So I do it because of the support that I have, and also my partner as well. Great support. Sometimes you just need a thinking partner. You need someone who will be able to see things differently and be able to allow you to try different things in the business. And if it's not working, we move on to the next. So it's the fuel and also, the support. Thank you.
Yeah. And yourself, Nonohlanhla, I mean, you also run your own practice. You also service clients. Anything to add on your side, like what's your experience been?
Yeah, I just want to just really say I really concur with Mulalo. Having to have a support system is very important. Even worse from my side is that I even have a little girl, so I need to make sure that family is taken care of as well. So you must have a nanny, full-time nanny. You must have all these things in place. The team must be there to support you and to carry you, because you can never win this battle by yourself. And you must also allow yourself to be carried. That is one thing that sometimes as leaders, we must allow ourselves to be carried, because you can never do it by ourselves. So I fully agree with Mulalo. Support is very key, and mentorship. Never move away from not getting a mentor. It's important in this industry to have a mentor. And do not look at the number of years. Sometimes as young professionals, like, I don't want this one. She's like a few years away from me. What are you going to teach me? You might be shocked what she can teach you. So give yourself that opportunity to say, let me hear, are we aligned? And it's okay to interview few people until you find the right mentor that is aligned to your journey, that is aligned to your beliefs and values, so that you can be able to grow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And Mulalo, what is the one golden nugget that you can share with us?
I would say allow yourself to shine. That's a nugget on its own. Because when you are in business or any space that you find yourself in, sometimes we want to hide. Sometimes we don't want to step into the spaces that are available for us. So I'm just saying, allow yourself to shine. Even in your finances, I think people feel bad about having money. And even with clients, I think allow yourself to do good when it comes to finances. What we say in EmpowerX, we say we believe in our clients' ability to manage their finances. And just to have someone saying that I believe that you can do this, and also tell good stories about money, share what they're doing well with. When we facilitate, I always ask, don't you have money to go home now after this session? They say, yes. I'm like, you're doing well. And you're not going to take that money and go buy lunch, because you're going to have to pay for your taxis. So well done on doing that. Didn't you pay the school fees? They say, yes, they've done. And I'm like, well done on doing that. Because sometimes we just tell people that they're in debt. We tell them that they finish their money within 5 days, but we don't tell them about what they're doing well. So that's why I say, allow yourself to shine. Thank you.
Sure. Amazing. I'm actually going to take it with me. And then just one last question from my side is, are there any books that you would recommend for people that would like to start a similar journey to yours, that maybe they could read up on, what, if any?
Sure. I've been running a book club since 2019, and we've read over 40 books. I think we're on book 43. So when it comes to recommendation, I will speak of a recent book that I read, which is Time to Think by Nancy Klein. And that book, I would recommend it because it's speaking about creating a thinking environment, and also being able to be a leader that sees the people and give each person a time to contribute. Like when you're having a meeting and thinking environments being part of what you're doing. So I think when we're working with people, either you're a client, either you're a financial planner, I would say that's a book to read, so that when we have those meetings, we allow the clients to share. And when we run meetings with our team, we allow each team member to share about what they have to contribute, so that it makes it easier for the business to grow. So that's the book that I'm gonna recommend at this point. Thank you.
Amazing. Mulalo, thank you so much for your time and thanks for participating in this conversation. And yeah, over to you, Noni.
Thank you so much, Zipho, and really thank you for including me in the conversation there. And thank you so much, Mulalo, really for sharing your experience. Maybe I just have one or two questions from my side. I would say she always called me my CEO, and I also call her my CEO. So probably I just want to like you probably to share what is your take when it comes to the supporting team that you have, where you have to do the KPI? Do you think it's important to do the KPI in a small FSP, which is, of course, we call it KPI, which is our key performance index?
Yes, it is important that we do that, and just to make sure that that doesn't close people to just focus on what you're putting down for them to do. So make it easier and have those conversations. And I think even when you are engaging or working with other people, you need to find out what is their dream, what is their goal, where do they want to go? Because you could be planning for a year of this business, and then someone wants to relocate in the next 3 months, or they're getting married and they just want to be a housewife, or they are planning to go and live in another country. So those are some of the things that I say, let's have those KPIs, but allow people to add and also share what they see for themselves within this particular business.
Awesome. And the last one from me would be, how do you plan your short-term and long-term goals to really speak to the sustainability of your business?
I think with our business, what makes short-term, long-term easier is to build a base that will sustain you over the long term. Yeah. And then it makes it easier to achieve the short-term goals, because when you've got that step or that stress about the basic things, then it becomes difficult. But once that has been sorted, I always love to say there's another company that once paid us 35 cents for an investment that we did, but that 35 cents is growing.
100%. Even those 12 rand, 13 rand that we are getting monthly when you're seeing the commission statement, it's okay.
Yes, it builds up, when you know what you're building towards,
100%.
It makes it easier to say, how do we grow from where we are? If it was 5 cents and then now it's 110 and then now it's 150, we should be able to track that growth. For me, I never say this is where we are when we're not there. I take it easy to say this is where we are. On this one, we get 175, but how do we grow it to 2,000? How do we grow it to 20,000? How do we grow it to 200,000? Because I think that's where most people within this industry are bowling. But when we do that, let's not forget the people, because we need to take our people with when we do this work.
Yeah, 100%. I always say that include your team in the brainstorming sessions, include your team in your planning, include your team in revising the journey. Because especially when you've got young professionals, they bring the energy, they bring the vibes, they are able to guide you what's in, what's out. So yeah, thank you so much, Mulalo. I really enjoyed this session. And yeah, thank you so much, Zipho, for this lovely session. And thank you so much to everyone that joined this session and made the time to join this session. You must enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.